I want to learn Chinese. And to do that, I need to get back on track. As hinted several weeks ago, my Chinese progress has slipped considerably. If I go through my old plan that I created even further ago, ignore the Duolingo part, because that doesn't exist anymore. But there's Domino, where I was planning to rewatch the intro course, watch the Chinese level 1 course 2 times through, do the level 2 Chinese course, and so on. I haven't watched a single Domino course for several months. Sticky notes, I have a lot of sticky notes around the house, but I haven't created any new ones for several months. YouTube shorts are going well. Skipping over that one. Streaming, I was planning on streaming once per week. I did one Chinese stream, and then I stopped. Composing a song, and writing the lyrics, and recording it, that certainly has not happened either. Have I watched Shi Yang Yang Yu Hui Tai Lung? Nope. That translates to Little Sheep and Big Big Wolf, I believe. And translating that to English, I have not watched a single episode. I did reinstall WeChat. I sent a message. It wasn't an audio one, and I haven't done that in several months. So, as you might be able to tell, things have not been happening. The only thing that has been succeeding, and it's been succeeding quite well, as I said, is the Chinese YouTube shorts, and they have legitimately helped me revise things, so I'm pretty happy about those. But it's time to stop being a baby and to start moving forward with my Chinese progress. I can blame Duolingo's changing to its learning path as much as I want, but that's not going to help me learn Chinese, is it? So I've been slowly warming up the engine by trying to no longer skip daily practice on Duolingo. Previously, especially in the months immediately following the path changes, I was using 2 or even 3 streak freezes a week to keep my streak alive. I also plummeted out of the Diamond League and back down to, I think, the Emerald League or even the Amethyst League. I can't remember which one is lower. And so far this April, I haven't skipped a single day, which is great. However, when I look at the plan, aside from the Duolingo part, I do become a bit anxious. It seems like a lot. I think I was riding high after coming up with the trickle approach and how well it was doing. And I was like, Chinese is doing so well. I'm going to do all these things now. And retrospectively, looking at it now, I'm like, ooh, that looks like a lot of stuff. But circumstances have changed since I first created this plan. Like my videos, I've taken a more laid-back approach to creating them, which means I don't spend as much time on them. For example, the vast majority of this script is completely ad-libbed. Or, sorry, it would be more accurate to say the vast majority of this video is completely ad-libbed. And that means I don't have to worry about spending a lot of time putting videos together, and I can dedicate more time to my projects. So I think what will help me the most here is creating a schedule. But instead of trying to squeeze everything I need to do into a single week, I'm going to spread it over 4 weeks and think of things in 4-week time blocks. So I wrote this out as a sort of potential schedule. So week 1, Monday evening, watch at least one lesson or a section. I think I'll just call them lessons. So lessons are made up of individual shorter videos, and there's maybe like 10 or so per lesson or topic, but I'll just call them lessons from now on. So I'll watch at least one lesson worth of Domino on Monday evenings. Tuesday mornings, I'm going to watch an episode of Shi Yang Yang Yi Hui Tai Lung. On Thursday mornings, I'm not going to speak English to Honey until lunchtime, so probably around like 12, or whenever I start having lunch. And I'll be easy on myself for the first few periods, 4-week periods. I'll allow some Chinglish, so I'll mix like English and Chinese. If I don't know a noun or something like that in English, I'll throw in the noun in English, but wrap it in Chinese. And if I have to look up words, if I don't know them, I'll just do that on my phone, stuff like that. Then on the weekends, I will watch 3 lessons worth of Domino. Week 2, on Tuesday morning, I'll do a half-hour Chinese stream. So that should be enough to do a couple of lessons of Duolingo. Wednesday evening, I'll watch 2 lessons of Domino, and then during the weekend, I'll watch a further 4 lessons of Domino. Week 3, Monday evening, I'm going to watch an episode of Shi Yang Yang Hui Tai Lung. Tuesday morning, no English with Honey until 11 a.m. Wednesday evening, watch an episode of Shi Yang Yang Hui Tai Lung. Friday evening, watch at least 2 lessons worth of Domino, and during the weekend, record a message for Honey's family on WeChat about what we've done for the last couple of weeks. So a pretty packed week 3. Week 4, Tuesday morning, a half-hour Chinese stream, which is going to be Chinese only. I will have to figure out exceptions. I listed a few exceptions, like for instance, if some of my followers, they join the stream and they're like, hey, how's it doing? I say like, oh yeah, ni hao, wo han hao. Sorry, wo han hao. I said that as if it was a question, but wo han hao, ni hao ma? And they'll be like, excuse me, I am from Canada. So I'll come up with some exceptions, like I'll say hi to them in English, or I'll thank someone. Well, I don't even know. How do I say thank you for the follow in Chinese? That's a good question. But I'll figure it out. Thursday mornings, I'll watch at least 1 lesson of Domino, and during the weekend, I'll watch 4 lessons worth of Domino. So a pretty busy week 1 and week 3, and then week 2 and 4 are a bit more chilled. This schedule doesn't include the stuff I've already been doing, so I normally put together my Chinese shorts on either Monday or Tuesday evenings, depending on which one is less busy. And those are obviously posted Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Australian time, or Sydney time. And it doesn't include my daily Duolingo, though I think I'll make some adjustments to how I approach my Duolingo stuff. So one thing I'm going to add to my Duolingo learning, so I have been doing them every day this month, but I do them in the evening in bed before I go to sleep. So that's good that I'm building the habit of making sure I do it, but I need to change it to that at least twice a week, I need to do it at a desk. And during those desk sessions, I need to make a minimum of 3 sticky notes. So getting back into the habit of doing those sticky notes. It's hard to write a sticky note while you're sitting in bed. And I also don't want to keep permanent marker in my sheets. This updated schedule, it addresses most things in the plan. Everything except for the composing of a song, writing the lyrics in Chinese. I'm not too fussed about that. I don't think I could really do a song in Chinese just yet. I mean, maybe if I increase my vocabulary, but the important thing is that's more of a mini project in the grand scheme of things. Of a like, okay, this is a fun way to revise Chinese, but building the structure of doing a vast swath of learning and incorporating it into my life, that's what the schedule is about. So the mini project of writing a song in Chinese, that can come later. So what I need to do ASAP, unless I really want to struggle, is I need to learn some key phrases in Chinese that I'll be using a lot, especially during my Chinese-only sessions, whether it's with my honey or whether it's going to be on Twitch during my Chinese-only stream. Maybe I'll make shorts about them, which will help solidify them into my vocabulary, which is generally what those Chinese shorts do. So I think some phrases I was thinking of off the top of my head, like, I don't understand. Can you say that in English? What is that character? Can you repeat that? Please say it again slower. Can you write and or type it for me? So I'm going to be using those phrases a lot, mainly with my honey, especially early on. And I know that I've learned being in big quotes here, I've learned these phrases, but they aren't as committed to my vocabulary as some other things. Then there are going to be some phrases I'll need to learn properly for streaming. 大家好 is a good one. It means hello everyone, as opposed to 你好, which is more directed towards a single person or a small group. But I'm sure there are going to be others. I realize I'll have to learn to make sure the Chinese-only stream isn't just long, awkward pauses. Because it's easy to do a Chinese-only stream if I say one word in Chinese and then I don't speak for the rest of it. As for how I do Duolingo, I'm going to think some more about how I approach it. I floated the idea of focusing on certain topics, essentially retrying to do my original approach with a new path, but then again, maybe I just commit to doing the new Duolingo path and actually giving it a fair go. And I put a stronger focus on the Duolingo revision outside of Duolingo itself. Maybe I'll try it for one of the sections and see if there's a change. Otherwise, I'll start the schedule at the start of March, seeing that it conveniently starts on a Monday. And yeah, that's the video. I didn't really know what I was going to talk about when I started. I have some time, and I was like, I need to make a video for Sunday. I don't know what this video is going to be about. And it was literally a case of I looked through my video history and I was like, okay, I haven't really talked about Chinese for a few months. It's time to talk about it again and get myself back on track. And, it's never too late to get yourself back on track with a project. And I want to make sure that you listening, that you know that too. Hopefully by sticking to this schedule, I'll be able to prove it. What project is something that you've let fall off? Or what projects have you recovered that you've been working on? And what did you do that helped you reignite any sort of thing that you've been working on? Did you just have a sudden realization or a flash of inspiration? Or did you sit down and think, okay, this is my plan to get back into this thing that I've dropped? After all, it's not I attempt new things, it's we attempt new things. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fruitful day.